Boom. Let me get straight down to business in this workshop. So we're in this workshop today, speaking about produce again. I got to work with what I have right now. So I got to use what I got to let you know how serious this is. So I'm just off the truck and I'm coming here, starting this, jumping into this workshop straight to it. So the produce business is a very lucrative business. You can really make money in it, and it can really grow communities. So, and this is a gateway here. Uh, let's say produce is a gateway to building to help build communities. And that's what it's all about, building communities. I may misspell some words or whatever. So it is what it is. If you hear and um, you coming across this and you in this workshop and you starting out with me, it's my second one that I'm doing here. So you get it. You get where I'm going with this. So this is what it's all about. So this is my first process that I'm going to be um, building a portfolio on, so that way I can give a true presentation of about what the 369 Galactic Angelic Federation is all about. It's about helping move humanity forward into the future the right way through communities, not through just finance only, and moving from a space of unconditional love, period. So that's one of my jobs here, is to help with this process. So now we're gonna go back to produce business. And what is it good for? Helping build communities. Okay, I'm gonna show you the way how you help build communities. So let's say here with the produce company, in my first workshop, which you got a chance to get to know more about me, my background, and what brought me to this workshop, and what this workshop is all about. It was in my first workshop. So this workshop, I'm just diving straight into it. So produce business. So okay, produce business, with the produce business growing communities, this is what you can do. You start a produce business. Okay, now it starts with farmers first. Farmers. Without the farmers, we can't have anything. Period. So we have to respect these farmers because they work hard and give up a lot of their valuable family time and their time, and they get beat up a lot. And they work so hard. They work maybe 120 hours a week, guaranteed they work at least that. Especially when it's time for harvest season, they're working a lot when it's harvest season, prepping the ground, everything, seeding, and caring for the produce that's out there in the fields, it takes all that time to build up to when it comes time for when to produce a harvest. So when the harvest season comes, these guys get no sleep, zero sleep when it's harvest season time. Okay, so now start with farmers. Now what the farmers got to do? They got to sell the product. Okay, now they can now they can have customers to sell the product to, but first, so now they let's say they need customers. So farmers need customers. So customers. So now they need customers. Now they have farmers have you have farm produce business starts out with farmers, customers, and trucking company, logistics, trucking company. So these are three things really actually what helps move America forward. Really, these two, the one and three, really actually is the bloodline to help American people grow as a country. So we're gonna just speak about America right now. So these are the most two important things that we have in America. And this business here, trucking business, is the number one business in the world. So we go down, we'll just go to number four to and say logistics. You need logistics, which now trucking and logistics basically are the same thing. Okay. So legit, but the difference between for me, from my experience, the difference between trucking and logistics is a trucking company is like let's say smaller companies like that I work for now, Foster Hill. They own the small family own about 12 trucks. Okay, so they're a small, very small trucking company compared to the corporate companies. Now, logistics is the companies that holds the where like are the warehouses. So let's say the farmers need to supply watermelons, onions, green beans or green beans, rice, uh, bell peppers, squash, zucchini. You get tomatoes, things like that to the American people, so they can feed their families. So this stuff has to be in these stores. Period. So with the farmers being the top of the list, this would really helps America keep going. But people don't see that because the corporates came in and did what they wanted to do with these farmers, and I'll speak about that later on down the road. But trucking companies is what keep the farmers being able to supply and demand into the logistic aspects to take care of customers like Aldi's, Walmart. Um, I'm not sure wherever you're from, whatever supermarket you go to and buy your groceries to feed your family, those are customers. So the farmers have to find the customers first. Now this farmer can grow crop. He can grow crop, but he got to know how to sell the product. So he got to look for okay, let's say he want to grow onions right now. Okay, he can grow onions, but how he gonna sell the onions? So he has to look for the customers. So now he got to find the customers to sell the onions to. So now once they do that, now the customer like, well, how are you gonna get me a truckload of water onions? Okay, now it takes a trucking company. And then it's gonna take the logistics aspect of the trucking business to make this happen where it links the farmer to the customer. So these two right here are the middlemen. It should have been here, but these are the two most important things here: the farmer and the customer, which is your the customers, which is your neighborhood grocery store, your neighborhood supermarkets. So in this workshop, what I'm speaking about here is the produce business. It's like it's really it's not talked about, but this is a top business in the United States right here. And it's right up under everybody's noses and you don't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know this right here was the top business in America. Now with technology and technology is the biggest business. And then we'll go from technology to now it's the produce business. And then it goes down. Then the next thing is the next biggest business is trucking company, trucking industry. These three things right here brings in is what helped America move forward. So that's what I'm here to speak about is bringing communities to be able to do business in this sector here. And I don't want to sit around too long. And I'm in this workshop just freestyling it. I don't have anything wrote down or anything. So if you check out my last workshop, I put numbers up there. But I'm going to get down to numbers and break them down. I'm going to give them to you. Um, I'm going to give you true, authentic numbers. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a ballpark figure. You're going to be right around that median or of what these numbers look like. So produce business is a good business to be into. So like I say, like I was saying in my last video, I could buy a load of watermelons for 6,000. Load of watermelons, 6,000. I can buy a load of watermelons for 6,000. Buy. Now I can sell these for 14,000. I can sell that for 14,000. Okay. Let me get my calculator so I can keep up with the math here. I can sell those for 14,000. I'm going to be more prepared moving forward, but um, I'm doing my best. I'm guided to do this, so when I'm here and I'm willing to share true, authentic financial markets that can be created in our communities without going through corporate companies or going through stock markets, watching the candlesticks and all that stuff, sitting down in class and trying to learn all of those things. And it's it's it's, it's you guys know the story. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, come on over here and check out what the Federation has to offer. So now 14,000 minus 6,000 equals $8,000. Oh, that's what you're gonna make off of one load of watermelons. That's just watermelons. And everybody love watermelons. Now, okay, you sell that for 8,000. Now we're gonna do transportation. Let's call it hauling fee, uh, or shipping fee. That's what people are more comfortable with. Shipping fee, and that's for a trucking company to haul the the watermelons to the customer, which would be, let's say, $3,000 to go from Florida to New York. Okay. So now, after that fee, after you take out the 3,000 from the 8,000, you're gonna own a $5,000 profit. That's what you're gonna make buying and selling a load of watermelons. Now, if you can do this 10 times, now you times this by 10 times 10, you make 50,000. That's 10 loads times $5,000. That's 50,000. Now we're not going to get down into breaking down into to the point where we're going to be saying, oh, you got to worry about the labor fee and you got to take the cost of uh the the paper clips out, the paper you're going to use, the electricity that you got to use to burn. You got to break all that down. You ain't got to do all that crap. You just do basic numbers, man. We make this stuff easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, man. That's all we all about over here. Easy peasy. We don't have to do all of that. We can just you can just brain fart and come up with a estimated fee of what all that stuff gonna cost. And you just you set your goal of you set your budget on you budget that in. Let's say, oh, it's gonna cost me $5,000 to out of this a week to run the company. So then you just minus $5,000 a week out of that, and you still got 45,000. And so and that'll be your budget. For your vision of where you want your company to go to, of where you want your company to go to as a business when it comes to produce, dealing in produce. So now, with that, I just gave you some quick numbers on produce and gave you a quick look at just that one thing right there. That was just watermelons. So then we're gonna erase all of that. I'm moving really quick here, as quick as I can, because time moves fast. Right now, time is really speeded up in the world. And people that understand, understand, overstand, you know what I'm talking about. So I wanted to do this faceless, but I don't have the camera stuff and all that. I'm just here fresh in my work clothes, just doing this. So now with the produce company, you can take this produce company here, and now we could do a pyramid. Excuse me. Now let's say at the top of the pyramid, let's say the produce company is at this sector at the pyramid. Now we're going to break this down into different levels. Now from this produce company, I have my produce company going. So now I want to create um another sector. So I'm going to create another sector in my company in this pyramid, and it's going to be trucking company, because I know what I can do is with this right here, I can start my produce company building, and then I can start buying produce to haul my product. I can have a trucking company to haul my product, and but most importantly, give people jobs. Give people jobs. Okay, now with this trucking company I have going, now what I want to do is create a Um, Mechanic shop, shop. Now I just created a mechanic shop out of this company here. So now I have the produce company, the trucking company, the mechanic shop to fix my trucks when they break down. And people got to eat. So this right here is going to be at the top of the pyramid because this company is it's going to always go. It's never going to stop because if this stops, America stops. Well, let's say people can't eat. If the trucking company stops, you can't get trucking companies to move the produce, and people can't eat and or get anything. If this trucking company right here, if the truck stopped right now today, you couldn't get nothing in America. And real people know this stuff. You can't get anything in America without without a truck. These are important. These are most two important things that we have in America to really actually pay attention to and bring this back to our communities and let the corporates know like, hey, we ain't taking that crap no more. We're not taking that no more, man. We're not gonna sit here and allow you to come in and just let a small percentage of people get rich without enriching our communities. We're not doing that no more. That's what I'm here for. So now, with us having a trucking company to haul the produce, we're just gonna speak about produce right now. We need mechanics to fix these trucks. This is an important sector, right? I mean, this is an important piece to this sector right here. This is another sector that branches off. I don't really know what I want to say right now. I was thinking of some things that was coming to me in my vessel. I was thinking about saying different things, and I didn't. I'm not able to say them now because I'm speeding up and I'm looking at the time. It's like 22 minutes. I'm at there already, and I don't want to make this long because people don't have time to sit down and watch a 4 or 5 hour video. So you need mechanic shops. So on top of that, who's gonna okay now you get mechanic shops, you're gonna need schools. So let's say an educational company. So forward slash company. So you're gonna need the schools to teach the mechanics how to work on the trucks. So this is a very lucrative business here too. Schools, education. You have other tech people to build schools and communities, but they're not giving back to the communities. They're hoarding all this money for what? What do you need $1 trillion for? What I need $1 trillion for? What I'm gonna do with that? I got everything I want: 5 mansions, 30 cars. I got 2 big yachts. I mean, I'm speaking to their understanding. Their understanding. This is not my understanding, understanding, overstanding to have all of that stuff. What I need with $1 trillion. I need $1 trillion to make sure all of this stuff goes in, um, goes into communities to help build up the to help build up humanity the right, correct way, and not having America being the number one top powerful country in the world through force. No, we don't need to do that through force. We need to do this stuff with unconditional love, and we already only doing these things. So we need to bring this back into our homes. So now we need schools and education to get people to understand this process here. So that's a very important piece, the most important piece that's on this board right now. But we got to eat to be able to, you know what I mean, to educate people. So produce companies are at the top of the pyramid over here with the 369 Galactic Angelic Federation. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm calling. That's what I've been guided to call it this. That's what I'm naming this sector of business, this company here that I'm building, which is going to be a community. So I'm building this community, so to help bring in a new earth, to help us in the new earth upon this planet now. So I'm at my beginning stages now. I don't know exactly what I want to say. I have a lot going on this vessel and stuff like that, and I don't want to go too far off track because I want to stay focused on this. I'm going to go over this over and over and over and over. So a lot of my workshops starting out going to look the same until I learn how to get what's been in place inside of me from the Most High out to the American people or to the people of the world, to the masses, what we call it, to people in the world. So that way they can start building their communities. I don't care what country you live in. You could do all of these, and I don't care which country you in. Period. Excuse me. So now we have this produce companies, trucking, mechanics. So now in schools. So now with the educational schools. So now we need healthcare. Wait a minute, so you can see it. Health care, hospitals. So let's say, and with healthcare, you could do medicines, you could do hospitals, you could do clinics, or whatever. So we could do this hospital. You could build healthcare companies in your communities. You don't have to depend on these hospitals, these big corporate hospitals, these big fancy hospitals where people go in and get sick. Come on, there are going to be people coming in here. There's RN nurses, doctors, practitioners, CNAs, LPNs, scientists, whatever. They know how to do this kind of stuff. I don't know anything about healthcare, but I do know with the school, with educational school, educational companies, you can help build healthcare companies too. You could build a healthcare company with inside this family, this family, inside this community, inside this, and in this new earth that's coming to the planet, and we have to start in our local communities. So you have healthcare, one, two, three, four, five. Let's see, and you have healthcare, you have schools, you have healthcare, schools, hospitals. You need all this stuff. So now let's speak about um, transportation. Transportation is a business. Transportation is a business. Right now, you have companies that's out there where you can take people from. You can get a couple vans and get a contract with the state to transport people to the hospitals, to the clinics, to their doctor's appointments or whatever. This is a good business, and you need a transportation company to deliver the prime goods, to deliver, to drive people like Uber. So I'm going to get into more of that in detail. And then with that, you need a I'm gonna sum all this up into one because I really don't know how to do it. Construction. Let's say that's like basically at the bottom of the pyramid. So that's just kind of a brief description of where I'm going to with this because this produce company always going to generate money. It's always going to generate money every week. I mean, big money, not no little money, because people got to eat. If we can't eat, we can't do none of this stuff. So I'm gonna help guide everyone to understand these tools that we have from the Most High that's right in front of us, but we got to get out there and go get them. We can't just think like God, oh, God gonna do it. Like how God gonna start build a produce company? How you gonna build a trucking company all the way down to a construction company? Through us. But this is some things that we already only been doing all our lives. These things without, you know what I mean? We're already experiencing these things. Some of us been experienced anywhere from 1 year to 50 years doing this kind of stuff. We don't have to keep signing up to go to work for somebody else all the time, or get to sell our idea to somebody else. When we can keep our own idea. So moving forward, my workshops, I'm going to be speaking about. I'm going to be breaking all of these things down. It's a lot more. It's nothing. I can give this away. I have other kingdom responsibilities. This part of my kingdom responsibilities right here. I'm not going to sit on here and just talk about God, and you got to pray to God and stuff. He already working inside of you. How you think I got this idea? Or this it's been instilled inside of me. I've been doing a lot of this, except you can leave out the education and the healthcare, because I don't know anything about that. But I've done construction. I've been in transportation, which I'm in transportation now. I've done mechanic work because sometimes I have to work on my truck. I work on my car. I've trained to change the transmission in a car myself. I took a transmission out. I put one in. It didn't work because it was a bad transmission. When I went back to the junkyard to go get my money back, they told me, "Oh, you got to have a mechanic's license." They say I needed this, so I needed a school at the education to have a mechanic's license to get my money back for the bad transmission that I bought, because I didn't know if that was a problem. Maybe I put it in wrong because I wasn't certified. So these are the ways around a lot of things, without being certified. Because construction, you can do on the job training. Transportation, all you need is a regular driver license to go pick somebody up from their home and take them to their doctor's appointment. You have corporate companies moving in on this, and they're disguised as other companies. And and when you go past a place and you see all these vans and it doesn't have anything to do with the government, anything, and then they're transporting people in the communities to the places where they're going. Those are corporate companies that's moving in, and you can't see it. They have it disguised, and they're going through other ways. But people like me, I can see it because of who I am. So I'm gonna bring back these things that can help communities back to the people, and I'm gonna show you the way how to get there. If you want to get there, you know what I mean. It's not about getting rich and making a whole bunch of money. All this stuff take a lot of hard work. You got to work hard to do any one of these things. Everybody knows if you want to start if you want to be a teacher and you want to teach educational curriculum, it took you hard work to study and learn the curriculum that you're going to teach somebody else. And dealing with another human being is not easy all the time, especially if you want to be a teacher, you got to teach 30 kids. That's not an easy job. You got all 30 different personalities right in front of you that you got to deal with. That are trying to transition into being a mature adult. And then with the father not being in the home here in America, and you're taking the table away from the house, and the kids, hey, come and get your food, come eat, and they go upstairs and eat their dinner, you downstairs eating your dinner. You're not getting to know each other as a family. You know what I mean? So that's blocking a lot of us when you take that table away from the home. And you can't sit down and eat with your kids because you're gonna order Grubhub and, oh, he ordered Grubhub. No, get your butt in there and cook something to eat for this family. You know what I mean? Because you need to speak about these type of things in a family setting, in a family dynamic. And that's when anybody knows that one good meal on your stomach, you know what I mean, it can really refresh you. That's static shock that you just went throughout your day, working hard, and now you're like, man, my brain fried because you just been repetitively doing something constantly to be able to make money to live. And then now when you're getting your check, you got to worry about your bills and the taxes and all this other stuff. And, oh, I got to get up and go do laundry. I got to take the kids grocery shopping, but I'm not gonna take all of them because they're gonna be in my way, and I want to get in and out because I got to be to work tomorrow, and all these other problems that you're having is a distraction for you. That's why those are projections to keep you trapped, to keep you stuck like that. But I can help guide you. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna show you. I want to be able to speak in a loving manner to people. You watch out some of my videos. Yeah, I was in a stressed out space, like you can see. Like, man, it was bad because I know what I can do, and I'm a great leader, and I lead from a space of unconditional love first. Period. That's what I'm all about. So with me just sharing this, I'm sharing unconditional love here. People not talking about these things because they don't know anything about this stuff. You know what I mean? If people want to get there and want to get on here, come on YouTube or any kind of platform and talk about how what you got to do and how you got to do it. Nah, heck no. What I'm gonna do is show you like, hey, you go in and buy the $6,000 load of watermelons with me, and we can make 14,000 profit. And after the transportation come out, we got 8 grand. We got 5,000 to split, 50-50. We can split that 50-50. That 5,000 right there. That's 2,500 a piece each. We could do that 2 times a week. That's that go our rent payment, our car payment, our utility bills, our grocery. You know what I mean? That's 5,000 extra money on top of what you already are, what you already bringing in. Um, that you're bringing in net if you're paying taxes. Unless you incorporated yourself and you're building your own company, then you know how that works. Then it can be different for different. So it's different for different individuals. But here, I know I can do this. I mean, I drive the product. I go pick it up. I go to the farms and pick it up from the farm and talk to the guys, and I've been doing this all my life. Picking apples, oranges, cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, potatoes, prunes, peaches, pears, oranges, grapefruit. I've been doing this all my life. So I'm 49 years old now. So I bring 49 years experience here because I was out there when I was a little infant baby in the field. My mom had to work. She got to pick a little bit and move me up like that. So that's where I come from. I was a migrant worker. Now they have a lot of Spanish people that's doing this kind of work now. And I can go infinite ways with this right here. So what right now, that's with this process here, and what's been instilled inside of me, and I've been authorized from the Most High to speak my truth, and this like part of my truth of what I see. I don't know anything about healthcare, but I care about people, and like I wouldn't mind helping somebody else build a small clinic in the community and help with the medicine and give people the true um, medical treatment that they need instead of hiding from and making and capitalizing off of this market here. Excuse me. And then the teachers not making money, not making no money, but they teaching this stuff and teaching people how to make money for somebody else. That's what they're doing. So that's just a quick um view at, what I mean, some of the blueprints that I do have. That because it's only the things I've been doing all my life. Because who I am, I can see a lot more than other people. Then I have divine support in my physical. So it's time for me to start hosting these um workshops. So teachers, this is the most important thing in the world for me. Should be for anybody. Teachers make less money than anybody in the world. I mean, I want to say in the world, but they don't get paid what they should get paid. So I'm gonna break down something I came across. So right now, I know there's a way where teachers here can be in can come out of the school and build their own schools like this. So I know I know a I'm just gonna give you an idea of something I'm looking into now. With it's kind of been I've been guided to, so I can show it here to help teachers out. Okay, so you have teachers here. Teachers maybe make 45,000 a year. Uh, they may make 45,000 a year per year. But y'all wouldn't even believe there's a way that's out there where three teachers, let's say new way, where three teachers can make can make can have a $850,000 business. Three teachers can invest their money, and it's only going to cost them, let's say, 220,000. Cost 200 220,000. It only cost these three teachers 220,000 to make that amount. But don't get me wrong. Like it's going to take work to get there. It's not going to happen overnight. But I'm looking at some stuff right now where teachers can do this. Teachers can actually do this right here and build these schools in their own local communities. And I'll let y'all do the numbers on that. They're gonna make more than $45,000 a year with three teachers doing this, and then it can be more than this. And I don't want to dive too deep into this part, but this is what the produce company can grow this sector here, this educational sector. This education sector right here is definitely much needed, and this educational sector needs to be upgraded without depending on the government. You could take over here. You could take if I'm a trucking company and I have 220,000, I'm looking to invest. Okay, I can let them borrow that money, and then I can say, well, hey, I could maybe can even be a silent partner here with them to help keeping them going. So let's say we could do it that way. I could just be a silent partner and just keep and invest my 220,000 for a small percentage of this company. And then if I do that 10 times, then I done help 30 teachers out. So let's say they got 30 kids. Um, three teachers have, let's just say 30 kids per teacher. And then that's 300 students. So that's 300 people that you just helped out, 300 kids that you helped out in the right way with more high tech, more advanced educational systems and equipment, curriculum moving forward into this new earth that's coming to the planet. And it starts with one of the this is one of my if somebody know how to do this, come talk with me. Like we can get it here. We could do this. I could do this by myself. I know I could do this just by starting with buying and selling produce. And with this system right here, this come with this one system I'm looking into. It comes with the curriculum. It comes with the designing. It comes with the desk, the seats, everything. It comes with everything built up. The school built up everything. All they have to do is pick a place, find a place. Once they find a place, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like everything's gonna be set up in the same price right here. Excuse me. And I know if I know this, I found this one way of doing it, but it's more than just one way of doing it. But it's so much education curriculum out there. Like, can't teachers put their minds together, and then like other people support them financially, like the federation here would support this system without looking for no lucrative amount of money back off of a loan like this to help get these three teachers going that deserve it. That's been doing this for 20 years and they're tired. They want to teach in their own way. They know this 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 education that we have now is not, it's not going to help us move forward with all the technology that's out here. And we have to do it for ourselves. Like we see how it's going. Like the government, they can only could do so much. They like basically bankrupt right now. And everybody, we all know that. You know what I mean? For the grown people, that's why I make this an adult channel. You're gonna get some curse from me talking shit and all, like because I have to. Because if I start talking this and going in, and we start doing business this way, somebody not gonna like us. So I need somebody that's gonna stand around. Who's gonna be able, that's gonna be able to talk shit sometimes too, to the ones that want to play. So I know a lot of this stuff. So I have blueprints on a lot of this stuff right now from the Most High in my physical. In my physical. So all I'm doing is putting myself out there. I'm being vulnerable. I don't care. I can show people all this stuff right here all day. People say, "Oh, don't show everybody, what you're working on. You show it, tell everybody your business." How can the angelic kingdom? How could the kingdom of heaven that's coming upon the earth be a damn secret? How can it be a secret? If these three teachers started doing this, how can they keep this a secret? They can't. If they keep it a secret, they won't make no damn money. They can't see this 850,000. And you can divide these three people, you can divide this out of these three people. And that's how much they're gonna make gross. And then after all the breakdown, they do all that, you figure all that part out yourself. I'm just giving you an idea. And something that I can tell you, you come here and I'm gonna help you make this happen. If you balance enough, you're gonna stay here. But if you know what I mean, you want to come in and plan, you're gonna work yourself out of this, out of my energy, out of our energy. You're gonna do it to yourself. We don't do anything with force. Either you want to come here and evolve as a human being and with your bloodline, or not, and get left behind. Excuse me, because all this stuff is coming into play, and these three teachers not gonna want to go back and deal with the teachers in the school system. They're not gonna be talking the same lingo no more because they're gonna be at a different tax. They're gonna be at a different tax bracket. These three teachers here, they're gonna make way more than 45,000. I can tell you that. If you divide those by three, and then you got to even with a silent partner over here fronting the money for this, they don't need to go to a bank to get this. That's why the produce can help these teachers right here. And these teachers right here can help come up with stuff like this. Give you a quick idea of what I'm talking about. You got kids that have been grown up the right way. I was one of those, hadn't been taught the right way. So now they sin and they in the streets. Oh, they doing the wrong thing, blah, 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 or whatever. Let's say kids that are at disadvantaged kids because they're at a disadvantage because they family don't have finances, so they're immediately at a disadvantage. Excuse my spelling. You get it, you get it. If you don't, hey, I'm sorry. Find another channel. Disadvantaged kids. My heart goes out to this one. Excuse me. I'm gonna have a bigger board and a lot more stuff to do with block breakdown. I have a lot of work to do. So now with the disadvantaged kids, let's say now this kid, he's getting in trouble, he's on probation, and he's in um a kid in the alternative school that he's on the way, getting kicked out. I'm just speaking for the young men right now. Excuse me, ladies, but I'll get to y'all in a minute. But let's say these young men, 16 years old, let's say 15. They can work at McDonald's at 15, right? Now they go to this mechanic, this truck shop. They could be around people like me. They can go around this truck shop, change oil. He could do a PM. We call it a preventive maintenance. Um, doing a preventative maintenance service on these trucks. So he's doing he could do a PM. I'm not. I'm just doing it quick. So I'm gonna go back. 15-year old. He can go there. He can start changing, doing PMs on his truck. He can work at McDonald's, or he can work, Burger King or somewhere like that, a grocery store. He could be 15. I think the 15-year-old kids these days, they pretty smart. They really are, because with the technology, they learning fast is out there. So 15 years old, he's strong enough to lift a wrench, a truck wrench. So now he can go in that shop, start out changing oil. So he's doing something, and he's learning to trade at the same time and making money, and he's making money. For a 15-year-old nowadays, if he make 300 a week, let's say if he make with him doing that, if he can, he's not going to work 8 hours, of course, because he only has to have school. So when he get out of school, let's say he worked 4 hours. So he worked 4 hours, and you can pay him, let's say $15 an hour times 40. That's $600 that kid just made. He just made $600 at 15 years old for 4 hours. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. 300, because he's not going to work 40 hours a week. It's going to be um 20 hours, $15 an hour. That's five. That's times 20. Excuse me. That's $300 a week. Now, if you ask me, I wouldn't take. I don't think the government is right for the government to take taxes out on this 15-year-old kid that's trying to only help his family. That's not fair. But he got to pay taxes out of that some kind of way. So let's just say he make 300. Um, that's $1,200 a month. He can help his mom with the light bill right there. They could pay one of his mom utility bill, and she can use this right here to get a better car. If she can get rid of this utility bill in her home, and she's already paying 350 a month for a car, and now he can bring this in. Now she can take that. What he take this $300 basically is going in her pocket to put into another car, or invest it in some other kind of way. And now this 15-year-old, he's not want to get in trouble no more because he like being around trucks. Now let's like now he could do a little PM. It's easy. It's not even hard. It's something he could do. I'm just saying he could sit around. He could just gonna be around trucks. He's learning how to change tires. He's changing tires, truck tires. He's changing truck tires. Now he's making a little bit more money. But like really, he's not strong enough to do that. But maybe a 16-year-old is. 17, 16 to 18. He's changing tires. He's doing PMs. He's doing PMs, changing tires. He can go in and change the start on the truck. He can change the alternator. He could do that. He could do those things right there. And this is very helpful. Or he can um, adjust brakes. Oh, adjust brakes. Excuse me. He can just adjust the brake trucks, the truck brakes. He can do that. So the 16 to 18-year-old now he can make $20 an hour doing that, and he didn't have to have no schooling to do this. So now that goes back to this. Oh man, my mom car broke down. Um, and she can't get to work. I wish I could help her. He can work at a mechanic shop when he get out of school. What's wrong with your mom car? Oh man, the starter bad on her car. That kid can change the starter for his mom. He can change the alternator. If the radiator tear up, he can fix the radiator. And while he's doing this, quite obviously, like with the federation companies that's coming under our umbrellas, networking with us, you have to have these kids to keep them educated. So education top priority. Oh, so now when this disadvantaged kid right here is making that money, um, be hanging around these shops, mechanic shops, things like that, it's gonna help his community. It's gonna help, because he go to, let's say your neighbor, she's a single mom, she has 3 kids, her tire fall off her car, she don't have the money to fix it or whatever, and she need help. At least that kid can say, "Hey man, I can try to help fix that for you. You go buy the parts. I can just do you a favor, just do it because they like to do it, and they just help somebody." So they just spread unconditional love by helping that young lady, that their neighbor, that single mom with the 3 kids is struggling, fix her car. All she had to do was buy the parts. They knew what parts for their neighbor to buy, and fixed it for them, and found cheap parts for them to fix that, so that way they can get back and forth to work now. And you just keep spreading that around. What you gonna get, huh? True unconditional love, and then people can start seeing God because it just worked through that teenager that's just been putting in work because they're not used to. They don't like the education that's in the school. You know what I mean? It's not. It can't be forced down their throat to make. You can't make them want to learn that type of curriculum. They may learn a little different by hands on, and so this is one of the ways to help disadvantaged kids, help them, their family, and their communities, all at the same time. So now we could build um, mechanic shops. People cars have to be fixed. They don't have to take them back to the dealership that's robbing them. You buy a Mercedes, you got to take it to the Mercedes shops to get that doggone thing fixed. So you can start with um, open up neighborhood. Uh, I'm just gonna speak right now. You can start opening up neighborhood or communities. You can start. Well, where I'm from, we call it like that. We from the hood. You can start opening up neighborhood shops, mechanic shops in the community, all over the community. So that's a good investment from produce. And that's what all this stuff can create, like a pyramid, because it can help the world. That can help the world because it can start here and it can grow in other places, other sectors in the world. It can grow all over the world. We don't have to depend on corporates to fatten other people's pockets, and play the politic games. We don't have to go out and do to vote when we can only pay attention to our reality that's in front of us and build up our own communities just by starting with produce. Something everybody overlooking. They don't even think that this is possible, but it's something I can do. I know I could do this, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. They can't stop this. Nobody can stop this. I'm source energy. I'm God energy. This is my God body. And I speak this truth. And like you can't find. I guarantee you can't find this type of stuff I'm speaking about nowhere from nobody, nowhere in the world. I don't care. Nobody in the world is talking like this. Nobody. And if this boring to you, I'm glad it is because you're in the wrong place. If this boring to you, so I'm at my beginning stage of having these workshops and things like that to help with this process. That's why I'm calling in my tribe and telling y'all, hey, I'm ready. The Most High says it's time to go. We can't sit around and keep reading books, talking about God and stuff when He already out here working already. He already went in and did the work. He already got everything lined up. All we got to do is just keep. All we got to do is just go out there and do our part. Go out there, stand in our purpose on business, 10 toes down on business when it comes to our purpose of implementing these new systems that's going to be coming into humanity. Oh, they can't stop it. Nobody can't stop this because this one thing right here. You can't stop me. They can't block me no more. No nothing. So if you want to get rich, maybe if you want to be around people that talk like that, go find another channel and talk to those people that talk like that. I'm talking about helping the masses, the humanity, not just only American, only Americans. No way. And we got a lot of work to do. So I can speak about this business. I'm going to be breaking down numbers, I'm going to I'm going to do a workshop at least once a week starting now because I'm working on the truck so hard now. So um, I I can show you what my blueprints look like, but can't nobody do these no can't nobody take care of these blueprints and make sure they move in the right direction and with the vision. Nobody has this type of vision but me, and I have a lot more of this to come with this. A lot more. This can't be stopped. This right here, it can't be stopped. It's here. The new earth. You talking about the new earth, the new stuff like that. I'm source energy. And I have to speak this. I just got off the truck. I had to stay out overnight and I was tired. I hadn't ate all day, nothing. Hadn't ate anything. I had a cup of hot chocolate and and nothing else. And a couple swigs of water and came here home and I'm like, I wanted to take a shower and do this, but I wasn't able to because I had to just start doing this. And I have to really pay attention to, the celestial. Because that's who helped me with that. That's who the divine is. What they call aliens, they celestial beings, man. They celestial beings. And they here. So, and I'm a different frequency than a lot of other people. If you come across this channel and this right here resonate with you, you in the right frequency yourself. You know what I'm talking about. I can't speak that good and well yet because I hadn't got there. I got a lot of stuff going on in this vessel right now. But this produce business is a starting point for the 369 Galactic Angelic Federation. That's the 369 Galactic Angelic Federation. That's what they wanted me to say. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm standing on that. When I say I am who I am that I am. I am the one that's going to help bring this process to the masses, to humanity, to communities, to help grow other countries that's destroyed, like Ukraine. It's getting torn to pieces right now. Or whatever they got going on over there, people dying and fighting. That's happening all over the world right now. They just don't only talk about that part. Excuse me. But we can't focus on that. If we're here, like we're here in America, we got to start stuff like things like this to help people around the world and to let them know that the same thing we're doing here, you can take that, they can grow this stuff in their other countries and ship it over here. We can grow it over here and ship it over there. When they don't have it, we got it. When we don't have it, they got it. And to start with food, we can't keep letting the corporates control the food market. Then they controlling us. We got to take back what's rightfully ours, and that's our own lives, our own peace as individuals. And these are things that we're responsible for ourselves, for our own soul, our own spirit, our own body. So we have to be mature. We have to be mature consciously to understand and understand and overstand this truth. Because if you coming in here and you sitting around in this energy right here this long, you know what I'm talking about. Let's get to work, man. Let's get to work. You can put your, hey, I can't do all this by myself. Heck no. I got a lot more other things. I got so many things. I have infinite things right now. This on the board in front of me to that I'm responsible for, and I got to figure out how to do that. I just can't focus on this one little thing and keep teaching. No, teaching. I can't keep teaching this to you and not paying attention to other stuff that I have going on. I'm vast. Like I got stuff like the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like literally. Like I have things like the ocean. This right can go like the flow like the ocean. Literally. This right can go a lot of different ways, but I'm showing you how in your local community, the same thing that these farmers growing and that these corporates buying and selling you the same thing that you could do in your communities, but they turning around and selling it to you, and you could do it yourself. And I'm gonna show you how to do that goddamn way. We got to take this. You know what I mean? We got to take our humanity back as being human beings. Like you know what I mean? I say it that way. We have to take our lives back. We can't continue to be slaves and push and go fast and keep going. So one thing about the 369 Galactic Angelic Federation, if you like, if you coming apart, being a part of this, if you the type of person like that likes to take trips, go on vacations, like the weekends off, or I don't work at nights, or I can't stay on the road because I got to be home with my family. You like if that's you, you like to do those things, and that's the way you look at life. This space not gonna be for you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is for people that know they have kingdom responsibilities and they're ready to stand in their purpose when it comes to their responsibilities, 10 toes down on their business of stepping into their purpose. And they don't know how they're gonna get there. I don't know, like, but this is a way. This is an easy way. It's finances for one thing for sure. We don't have to. I don't have to take this and we're gonna tag them and do this. I don't have to speak all that. All I'm doing is reaching out to people. Hey, y'all ready? Y'all ready, man? Better come on. Better come on, man. It's time. I can use people that can help help me learn how to write this stuff and help me present this better. Like I'm ready to work with somebody. I can show you exactly how to do this business, and we won't even get in each other way, and we'll end up needing each other. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, I can show you this business, and this right here, this helps communities. Go ahead. I'm gonna show you another way where I know this guaranteed that it can't fail. It's gonna help community. I already have that blueprint already. I already have that coming up. And so in May, I'm gonna start moving forward into my produce business. Into to the federation. Um, the federation. We're gonna be making a move around in May. But I'm gonna start building the company starting this month. I'm gonna start putting the company, really putting the company together. So if somebody out here, you coming in here, you watching this, if you know about more about technology and this stuff that I'm talking about, you can help me present it better. Hey, let's link up. Let's change phone numbers. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you can help me, if you understand what I'm talking about, and once we get close up in person and get to know each other, hey, I'm gonna start unloading a lot more stuff onto you. And then I allow you to be responsible for helping with the channel and doing this, doing that, and stuff like that. And I can come on here and speak it. I mean, I have the things that that God told me that He wants me to show and talk about. You know what I mean? And what my position is. This part of my position of who I am because who I am. When I say I'm son of the Most High, I'm telling you the truth, and it ain't even about truth. That's just the way I speak to that energy. You know what I mean? To people to understand that way. So yeah, I'm tired and all. Like I don't want to be up here doing this stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's boring to me, if you ask me. And I don't want to hype nobody up and start putting all this stuff up there and have you thinking, oh, this, that, and other. Then you want to get in these mind games, which is mind. I don't want to allow you to get into mind. Having these mind games thoughts when and knock you off balance. So I'm just giving it to you how it come to me. Is I'm just freestyling it through spirit, and that's what I'm doing. Eventually, be able to write it down, have it up here nice, neat, so people can see it. So, but this just ground zero right here. Well, I'm at phase one now. So when you see me say volume, when you see me say Gelic 2, you know what I mean? That's like volume 2. When you see me say Gelic 2, Gelic 3, Gelic 4, you know what I mean? That represents the angelic kingdom because I'm an angelic celestial being. That's what I am. And I'm here to help with the process of helping humanity evolve into something beautiful and allowing the kingdom of heaven to come upon the earth. All that is just really just tapping into the universe. And you allowed to be able to leave the planet and do things like that. You don't have to stay here and just be on the planet. That's just coming out. I'm just giving you an idea. A lot of people can come in here and watch this stuff, and they're not gonna sit here that long because it's not funny, it's not toxic, it's not interesting, it's not you know uh explicit or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's just raw and uncut, like something that can help humanity move forward. I don't have the fancy gear, the fancy lights, like cameras and stuff like that. That's what I call fancy gear. So I have a lot of things that I have on the board, and I have some huge responsibilities that's literally out of this world. And so I can start here with something that's so easy. This is easy to start. This is so easy. I could do this by myself without no help. But I would love to work with other people, other human beings, because that's what I'm here for. To show you the way, the right way. You know what I mean? So you can do it for yourselves. You don't have to wait on the government to do everything for you. Excuse me. But it's a good thing those systems are there to help humanity. So I can't say all of those systems bad and stuff like that. It's just a lot of it governed by the wrong people. You know, instead of you trying to worry about who you're gonna vote for, when you sitting there, you voting for people, you're only giving away your freedom. Every time you vote, you're giving away your freedom because you're not sitting here trying to figure out for yourselves how to make your communities better yourselves in your own community. Because then you're looking at the government for the government assistance and stuff like that. And that political person, they're just a bunch of talk, man. That's what they designed for, just talk. So me, I'm with a higher anarchy of divine angelic beings. You know what I mean? I come with that. So it's serious right now because I'm here. I'm sharing this. I'm in this space right here. And if you watch from my first videos all the way up to now, you'll see my growth. And I'm a great leader. I really am because I hadn't met anyone that had true unconditional love like I have, like literally. Excuse me. I had never met nobody with a heart like mine. Because if I did, they would be around me now, and there's nobody there but the divine. That's the only ones that have a heart like me. And when they first start coming in, when they deal with me, um, it's all love. It's not force. It's not like the God, the Most High. Man, he don't be watching, He don't be watching you like that. Like he only got other planets and other universes versus things to worry about, paying attention to, and other than watching the one little human being. Come on, man. Come on. It's just something happened here, and that's why he's here. The Most High here. He's here, like literally here. The mother and the father, like literally. That's who helped me, and that's who I work with directly, to the godmother, the mother God, and the father God, the creator mother, the creator father of all things. That's, and then when I look at my life, like, dang, like, I can always see God, even through the darkness, the hard times when I was out there picking apples in the cold and the rain and the ice fall coming out of the sky, and it was horrible. But I just, I could turn around and look at back then and see how God was always there. He never left me, man. I knew that, but I had to go. I had to go through some things. So that's why it wasn't sin. I had to see how and why somebody would want to do drugs, or somebody would want to do whatever they done. You know what I mean? Or sell drugs, or rob, steal, kill, or whatever. I had to be around that kind of stuff so I can understand that. You know what I mean? That those people are people, and something got them. Something made them like that. Some just people like you just born with that. Like, I don't want to dive too deep into that kind of um, discussion, but I had to be around those kind of people. Now I'm a businessman, standing with the divine. That's who support me. The Father God, the Mother God. Yo, I'm talking about, like, they be on me. Like, not like that. I'm just like, they be on me to, like, at times, like, hey, you need to, like, come here and talk now. Like, don't worry about eating right now. Just go ahead and don't worry about taking a shower right now. Just go ahead and do this. And I have to stay in divine alignment and pay attention to that, because this is going to mean something else tomorrow, guarantee it. Because this right here, like, like, all this stuff is lining up, man. It can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. Like, I have arrived. You know what I mean? So I'm here for anybody, especially the collective. Y'all come in here. I'm gonna have my contact information out there on here pretty soon, but I just have a lot going on. But this is where we at, fam. So fam, pay attention to these Gelic uh these angelic workshops. I'm going to show you the true definition of being what being an angelic being truly means. So y'all stay 10 toes down on business, man. Boom, I'll holler straight up.